extol the virtues of good customer service in your business?
It's very simple. Customer is the reason why we exist. You cannot have Coscharis organization without a customer. So we are here to delight our customers, make sure that we strive every day actually to exceed their expectation. Our future and continuity basically relies on our customers. As a result, Coscharis organization, we understand clearly that the customer is the most important visitor we expect to be around our environment. Without them, there's no reason for us to come here. If we come here in the next 1 week or 1 month down, there's no customer, knocking at our door, then we will know we have a recipe for disaster. So all we do every day, whether we are sleeping, waking up, is coming here, looking for a way to innovate our operation to not just meet the expectation or requirement of our customers, because we also deal with premium brand. These are people who have traveled, stays in a 5-star hotel, understand what luxury is all about. They are very demanding, and it's not a mean feat to be able to meet up the expectation of this customer, but we are not even targeting to meet up the expectation. Our idea is to exceed the expectation. When we set out to do this business, it was very clear in our mind what we want to achieve. And we made a very, proclaiming statement to say that Coscharis is going to set a standard by which other automobile industry in Nigeria will be judged by. We've not reneged by it. We've seen many competitors come around and try to join us and do the same thing, but we also do mystery shopping by getting some other people to get at them and get to find out what is happening. And we are quite confident that we're still leading in customer service in this industry.
Excellent, thank you. My second question is, Coscharis being such a large, diverse organization with locations in many different states and countries, how have you been able to, because we understand that the vision of the founder is supreme in an organization, how have you been able to galvanize the entire team of Coscharis to key into that vision of, the standard of customer service across the organization, and ensure that they keep to that promise day after day that they come into the workplace?
Of course, we do meet periodically with all the service managers in other part of the country. Clearly, our mission when we started this organization is to build an institution that will be timeless in its relevancy and value. And for you to be timeless means the customers must accept you. They must witness what is not just a statement. It got to be fact and reality, because we are living in a world today that if you are silly, the customers will punish you. They will punish you. There are alternative choices today. So we've tried to get our people, whether it's in Port Harcourt, in Abuja, in Kano, anywhere at all, to key in with the vision of the customers, with the vision of the organization, to exceed the customer and to represent the brand that we are representing. It's not easy to attract this premium brand. Most of the most important premium brand they handle under one warehouse. The principals must have also seen that there's something we are doing that is a little bit unique in trusting us with this brand to be able to manage it on their behalf. So we are a very focused organization, and we are doing something consistently. Failure and success is not doing the right thing one time or doing the bad thing one time. It's about consistency. For you to be successful, you need to consistently do what is right. For you to be a failure, you have to consistently doing the wrong thing. When you aggregate it, you will be a failure or you will be a success. So we do make mistakes. You can't judge people by one mistake, neither can you judge anybody by one thing that he did that is right. It's about consistency. So We've been around, and we've passed through different government, different challenges, but take it from me, Nigerians will witness that we've been very consistent. And with us in Coscharis, we really don't believe there is any benchmark. Our focus and idea, we never believe to have a climax. If we set a goal and we reach it, we break it and set another goal. So success is not a destination but a journey, so we cannot say we have arrived at any time. Even with accolades we are getting from people, we still drive ourselves within the big and say, hey guy, don't go and rest and think you get it, because it's a journey. If you make mistakes, somebody else is going to overtake you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And Doctor, congratulations thus far on the feats the brand has achieved.
Thank you.
I'd like to find out your thought about a week-long event such as Customer Service Week.
Yeah. Customer Service Week is a dedicated week to bring up the awareness again, not just in the mind of the customers, but within our employees, the reason why we come here every day. I think somewhere in the scripture, Peter said, though you know this thing, but I will not be negligent to always remind you, bring it again to your attention. So this week of service is for us to really extract what we are doing and galvanize ourselves and bring it again fresh in our memory that customers are the only reason why there's organization like Coscharis. And without them, we would have been in the village, maybe doing some other thing else.
Thank you, sir, for that. The Coscharis Group as a conglomerate that represents international brands that actually reflect what best practice is. How has that partnership affect your service culture?
Of course, we are obligated, because even our OEMs do mystery shoppings about us. They get people to call in to get a feedback of what we are doing. Today we represent Rolls-Royce, BMW, Jaguar Land Rover. These are very premium brands. Like I said, the customers of them are very demanding. These are people who have stayed in a 5-star hotel, Hilton and Sheraton, mention them, whatever they are. So they know what service is all about. The same way the principal of those organizations get a feedback on how their brand is represented. BMW is one all over the world. Jaguar Land Rover is one all over the world. Rolls-Royce is one. Actually, Rolls-Royce don't call us Coscharis Motor, they say Rolls-Royce Nigeria. So this is an extension of their operation, and we should reflect what that brand stands for in every ramification, from customer reception to service to quality delivery of after sales and everything. Anything short is out of it.
Thank you very much, sir. So a school of thought believe that business longevity is an outcome of several structures you would have put in place. How has customer affected the structure of Coscharis?
Of course, if we think we need to have tomorrow, we need to put systematic processing in place to be able to make sure we are driving this organization for continuity. Like I said, it's about consistency. So Coscharis is well focused. It's an organization that clearly will outlive the founders. We've come to stay, and you will see from every structure we put in place, we are not operating with people with briefcase that, if you look for them tomorrow, they can carry the briefcase and disappear anywhere. We are here to stay, and we will be here for decades.
So your last response gives me an impression that you're making reference to my next question, actually. If you have an opportunity as a global business leader that you are, you have an opportunity to make a 3-minute speech to global leaders, what would be your secret for transgenerational business?
Well, the secret will be to continue to innovate. If you do not innovate, you will die. So you're going to consistently continue to do things in a different way. finding better way to do things that will, inspire you for greatness and help create a niche for you in the industry. When we came into this business, sorry to say, everybody sell car under a tree. There's no professional showroom. There's no professional service center. But when we decide to go into this business, even our service center floor mat, the tile, we are led by Germans. We are an organization that when we want to do things, we do it, and we're happy we do it. If we don't want to do it, we stay away from it. We don't want to come into it and play second. So innovation is the key, in my honest opinion, for longevity of organization and for continuity.
Sir, thank you. You just made mention of innovation. You can't take away technology from that. So it means if I'm in Japan and I do a search of Coscharis, the history, it will resonate from the automotive industry. But today, Coscharis cut across several sectors of the Nigerian economy. What would you say is the future? Moving from what we have today, the brand becoming household name, even to the point of sachet water. What is the future for us?
Well, Coscharis find an opportunity in a market of 180 million people that closely, if you go by demography and what the World Bank have said about it, by 2050 will be the most thought population in the world, close to 500 million people. The automobile industry provides us a good opportunity, but we also saw a niche in the food industry, because whether you're a madman, if you are hungry, your madness will reduce. People need to be fed to be able to operate effectively. So these have driven us to go into real sector of agriculture, really full integrated agro project, from planting rice to harvesting it to milling them and then putting it back into the market. So we are diversifying. We find an opportunity. Everybody wants to go into oil business. Just think, if you have something you can sell for 50 naira and you will give it to 200 million people. What oil well is better than that? The population of Nigeria is strength. All we want to do is to find a government that will provide leadership, keep this population together and continue to govern in a productive way, where we'll continue to get a middle class out of this economy, have policies that will lead people out of poverty. Organizations like us are sitting in really black gold. That's the kind of potential we have is unprecedented.
Wow. So that said, the agribusiness location in Anambra State is in a community where people live. How has this been impactful to getting the people involved in the process in terms of employment and empowerment, sir?
Of course, we are a good corporate citizen anywhere we are. Today, we are not just in Anako, planting rice and harvesting it, but we have affected a community of farmers. We've been able to, today we've been able in our record have about 300 growers who are farming for us, and we are buying their crops. We've moved on to a point of giving them seed that will yield more for them, and we actually support them financially also, interest-free, but have them as a captive market to take their product, but they will get more value from what they are doing before. They are happy with us and they've supported us. It's not easy to go into this business. Community issue is the most challenging part of it. When you talk about the size of the property we have in Anak, 3,000 hectares, it's like a village, it's not a main field. And for those villages, they've rallied around us, they've seen value added that we brought about their lives. Most of their children works in our farm in one way or the other. So, and that's the only way to go. It's a win-win situation. Plowing back to the resources, which is what part of the vision of the Coscharis. We do not just want to make money, but we want to pay back that society that gave us the opportunity to be able to make money.
Doctor, I know you have a lot on your plate this morning, accumulating to after, but I'll take the last one, which is human capital. Artificial intelligence, technological advancement, but then it is said that human beings will still drive that technology. For you, what do you say to your people at Coscharis?
My people are the Coscharis. Without them, there's no Coscharis. It's not the building that is Coscharis. It's not the structure we have here or the technologies we put here, because even with technology, what you're garbage in is what is going to be garbage out. You've got to get people in the right mental attitude to apply themselves in what they are doing. So our greatest capital is the people that are our asset is the people behind the organization. They make all the difference. There's no way this organization would have been if you take away the dedication and commitment of our employees.
Doctor, you gave us this opportunity to talk to you. So the last would be like an executive summary of the entire block for Coscharis. We want to know each brand. It's not auto now, subsidiaries.
Coscharis is multinational. We are involved in medical equipment, Coscharis Medical and CG Biostat. We are involved in auto industry that has what we can call a chain. We are in body repair of after sales. We are in servicing of after sales. In after sales, we are in sales, selling automobile in itself. Many people actually don't understand the organization, because the first thing that comes to their mind is that Coscharis is in automobile business, and that's the first concept. But Coscharis actually is like pharmaceutical of automobile. We don't care whatever car you drive. If you have automobile and you are living in this country, you are our customer. There's something we are selling that is operating in your car. Just like a normal human being, within 6 months or 1 year, you must take analgesics. So either our engine oil is in your car, our body filler is in your car, or our plugs in your car. We have things that are generic, that we sell things that fit in Mercedes, in BMW, in Ford, in Audi, name it, any brand. Some of our competitors that are selling automobile, many of them use our product. There are 2 major paint suppliers in Nigeria. One of them is Seekins and one is PPG, and Coscharis is behind both organizations. So we are very well diversified. We've moved into agric business, starting from farming rice and producing rice and selling rice. We are into Coscharis waste management systems, things you may never thought about. Most oil companies and different organizations, if you have like Lagos State, where they dump wastages, we can numb the smell of whatever it is there. Is part of our system. If you agree with us, if you have a soccer well that is bringing an audio that is unbearable, you have a building that is smelling that you cannot take care of, talk to us. We will take care of it. Under 1 week, and you will never hear any bad smell again. So we are well diversified organization. Like I said, Coscharis have in the automobile industry, we have Coscharis Mobility. Coscharis Mobility is involved in car leasing. We lease cars to multinationals, oil companies. We don't do only car leasing, but we also do car rental. You rent car from us, and we do car leasing from, taking care of everything. We provide institutions vehicle to run their business, take care of maintenance, fueling. All you need to do is to pay your bill every month. So many multinationals are operating with us. We have Coscharis Technology, which is also support us even as an organization, but a business entity on their own, where we are involved in software and hardware, everything that have to do with technology, both electronica and otherwise. So we are well diversified organization, and they all run by different CEOs, but we consolidate it in our group. So that's in a nutshell what our organization is all about. I can't tell you everything here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Okay, COVID-19 has actually shaped the way people do things. For you, new normal from individual standpoint to the corporate organizations.
I didn't get the question.
Okay, COVID-19 has brought several change in the way people do business and, of course, the purchasing power even from individuals. Sure. What is new for you from that angle?
Well, COVID-19 for me is a great opportunity, again, for innovation. Quite a number of people were devastated during COVID-19, but COVID-19 gave us opportunity to think. Some people are dramatized, but some of us, it was opportunity to think and innovate in the best way to do our business. Every challenge in life provides you opportunity. Every challenge is an opportunity. Those who innovate and storm the challenge, move ahead and, ramping up in their organization. Today, our cost of operation has dropped beyond 25% from what it is last previous year. And based on our budget, we're operating at about 50% cost of operation. These are innovation, things we learned from COVID-19. So we are really ramping up our organization after COVID-19. And it's interesting for a lot of people who may not know. It's a mindset, Every one of us have over 5 billion cells in our brain. So if you can activate it, get it working, then challenges are the things that get the best out of you. When you don't have challenge, you never know your potentials and what capacities you have. So for us, it appeared it was a disaster for some other people. Yes, it affected our automobile industry, but people are paying us money today, 1 month, to get delivery for our rice business. They are not getting. Our auto care component has grown. As of last month, we are operating $8 million ahead of what we did the previous year, COVID-18 notwithstanding. So we are on course. We are doing very well, and COVID-19 for us is a great opportunity, but for some people, they have to close door. So it's either you put your 2 hands on the head and cry for the situation, or take the challenge on and make life always will sometimes offer us a lemon, but you can decide to make a lemonade out of the lemon, or cry.
So that means some people have been laid off as some businesses have closed shop. Is that going to happen at Coscharis? Are people going to be laid off because of this?
If people are going to be laid off, we would have laid them off after April. We've kept our over 2,500 employees. We kept everybody here. We made some adjustment, but everybody is still under this campaign working, and we do not intend to retrench any of our staff as based on the current situation. Hopefully, things will continue to improve from the way we see it.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Bless you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, sir. Thank you.